Well, hey everyone, I've stopped at this place. It's kind of a rest stop here, just outside of Sudbury, maybe about 10 miles outside of Sudbury. And it goes, here's a very old picture of Sudbury here, of the super stack. And like I was saying, I grew up in Sudbury and left Sudbury in 1980 to move to the Ottawa Valley. And I always look forward to coming back here once a year to visit this beautiful city. So stay tuned for my adventures, everyone. Yeah, I just wanted to check out this little park here also. And there's lots of people stopped here. So, James Goodall. Reclamation Trail. It looks like a beautiful walking trail through here. So, the greener of Sudbury, the planting of the 2 million trees in September 6, 1994, celebrating the... Yeah, so they started planting trees on rocks, and the scientists discovered that they actually could plant trees on rocks and they grow. Wow. I wish I had the time to walk through all these trails here. But this is a beautiful view of the Canadian Shield here, and how barren rock. So all these trees right here have been all planted, and then you can see on top of the rock here how trees didn't grow so well, but they've attempted to grow trees on those rocks. So yeah, beautiful little walking trail in here. So we'll keep on going and joining this great adventure here. And some beautiful pictures of Sudbury. So stay tuned, everyone. All right, we are here at the Big Nickel, and this is my second time being here in all my life, even though I grew up in this beautiful city. Yeah, so we're gonna check out a little bit of rock formations here. And again, I'm pretty sure these guys are setting up for Halloween decorations. This is more of the Holt Hitch family. from 1838 till 1899, William Holditch. Well, general store. Very interesting. Yeah, so a lot of different rock formations in here. And again, you can see how the water has eroded all this over millions of years, I would say. Again, all in here. Yeah, so beautiful rock formation in here. Take a walk up to the Big Nickel here. It was actually pretty cool flying my drone up in here. I got both sides of the nickel. Again, I don't believe it's made out of nickel. I believe it's made out of stainless steel. Let's see if I can give myself a good selfie here. Hey everyone, hopefully you enjoyed my video today. I'm checking out the Big Nickel. This is kind of a playground they have in here. Again, they're setting up all kinds of Halloween decorations. This is what they call a scoop tram. So it's only about 8 feet high, and they run it in the tunnels for mining. It's pretty cool. We have a dinosaur here. For all those people that like dinosaurs, which I do. And I noticed some pumpkin. Looks like pumpkins, but looks like you're going to stand it up here. But they sure are working hard on getting all these displays set up. Got a beautiful slide here. And this is a melting pot where they used in the smelter to make the nickel and copper. And again, you can go underground here, and I think it goes 4 stories underground, and there's lots of interesting things to see. So this is actually a really good view overlooking the west part of Sudbury. And again, looking out towards Lively is actually a place where I grew up until I was 13, and then I moved into Sudbury. But this is what they call a turnstile. So what the train does, it goes along these tracks, it dumps its slag right off the end, and then it spins around in that little antenna circle there, and they send it back the other way to the smelter, which This is the super stack right here. And they are removing it slowly. I do believe it used to be probably at least another 200 feet higher than that. But it is coming down slowly. Yeah, so one last look at the big nickel here. And we'll see what else we can see here. Alrighty, so this is the front entrance into the big nickel. Dynamic Earth, they'll call it. Absolutely beautiful in here. Yeah, beautiful building back in here. All right, let's see what other interesting things I could find today in Sudbury. Let's see if we can see any more interesting rock formations up in here. Yeah, looking for dinosaur tracks. I say all this rock is very interesting, and being up so high, you can tell how the Ice Age formed all this rock and all the lines in it. You wonder how that came about. Again, we don't see any veins of any kind of nickel, but this actually looks like a quartz vein really closely. And some more quartz vein here. And because I know that's surveying, this is actually a surveyor's mark on top of this rock here. Take a little walk down here. I see some more quartz veins, which quartz vein usually contains gold in it. Very interesting to see the quartz veins in the rock, like that one. That's a pretty big quartz vein in the rock. There's a few of them. All right, let's go see what else a beautiful Sudbury we can visit. All right, everyone. I just wanted to show you the downtown core of Sudbury here, and this is a beer store. Does not look like it did in the 70s when I was growing up, but before they built a bypass around Sudbury, this was the main thoroughfare to get through Sudbury. So it's called Elm Street. And so if I was to turn left here, I'd be going out to Chelmsford. We are heading back east again here. We'll just take our time driving through here. Again, big set of railway tracks. The great city of Sudbury. A lot of these old buildings bring back a lot of memories for me. And again, I grew up on the west side of town, a place called Walden, or Lively. And so it was a lot of times that it was quite the adventure coming into the city. And like I said, all these old buildings are still all the same. Not much difference. Again, another reason why I didn't want to record or live stream down here is because there is a lot of homeless people here. Yeah, so what I want to do is go up to the top where this water tower is here, and I want to fly my drone and try to capture most of the city here. Whoa! Let's see if I can turn in here. Right up this big hill here. Right up to the top where this water tower is. Let's see what kind of... Oh, it's quite the hill. All right, let's fly the drone. Okay, so this is Five Guys in Sudbury, and I don't even think it's open. But it is open, so we're going to go inside and see what it's like. So stay tuned, everyone. Alrighty, everyone. That was a lot of fun flying the drone there. Did a big loop around. And again, it's not too windy, a beautiful day. It actually, the car temperature says 14 degrees Celsius, so it is pretty good for being I think the 29th of October. Yeah, so we just turned on to Highway 17 here, and this is heading east back to North Bay. So I would just like to thank everybody for watching. I really appreciate that, and hope you enjoyed my little tour of Sudbury. Did a live stream this afternoon, stopped in the Big Nickel, was able to fly my drone there. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Ciao for now.